Welcome back to this video. We're gonna talk about the Bitcoin network. We're gonna look at the metrics, the wealth of the network, and the evolutions. This is the mempool of a year, and we see blocks keep coming. This is we are in about the block 743,717. So yeah, we everything is good, and we have this is basically the mempool website, right? Mempool.space. But not this is not only what we're gonna check out today. We're gonna look at the Bitcoin price. Not that's basically like the least interesting part. Right now, it's hovering around 19,000 to 20,000. So yeah, and we're gonna look at the rainbow chart of course. I love this chart. It's especially at this time right now when you can really buy very cheap, low level, right? So those are for people who really understand Bitcoin anyway. So and this is what I wanna teach you about, guys, about like learning about DCA, and as this is the website for this accumulating satoshis, right? So and you can model your your chart for that, and then we're gonna look at the Bitcoin, the difficulty adjustment, and the hash rate and all of this. So yeah, we're gonna look at those metrics, and we're gonna look at the node. This is basically the node. It's still syncing to the network. It's at 83.37%. So once this node is fully synced, I will teach you guys about the Lightning node, how to set up your Lightning node, and so I want to keep you updated every step on the way in my journey to to the Bitcoin network. Right, since day one, I've always making videos about Bitcoin and teaching you guys about every single thing I learned. It's because I believe in sharing. We're gonna go over this, and lastly, we're gonna check on Bitcoin, like Binance Exchange, which basically gonna teach you how to withdraw your Bitcoin from exchanges, like as you can see over here. So this is Bitcoin over here. So when you can basically see how can you take your Bitcoin off the exchanges, so you can have complete sovereignty on your asset, right? So yeah, so let's first checking this Bitcoin node syncing to the network. I started syncing this about, let's say, 2 weeks ago. um, so it's taking about 2 weeks. I think it may take up to 3 weeks, let's say, in maximum for this to sync, um, which is not too bad because I've had the old laptop I've had. It was the node was syncing, but I was syncing the node directly on the laptop, so I was not using Ambo. So it was taking almost like a month and a half syncing to the network, and it was just at 35%. Think about that. So it was very slow. Was a Windows 8. So anyway, so this is basically syncing, almost getting there, and I will show you guys like those apps, interesting app. You have the Bitcoin node, the Core Lightning, which is that has a lot of interesting things on it, and yeah, there's a lot of things, and I'll show you guys this. This is a website that's basically uh it's like it allow you to post you can post something, you can post an article and you get paid by doing so, right? It's a very interesting website. It's called yards.org. So it allow you to post and then just benefit from your post. So really really interesting. Yeah, you just go there and create a post, and then you and people read your post, and if they find it interesting, and they pay you some satoshis. So I really love that. um Now let me go. There was a site I was looking at, and then it was there was yeah. So basically, you see those are multiple posts over there, and then they just show you basically all the posts, and then you see this person made 9.3 US dollars on this post. But this is very unpopular website, right? But once this, let's say this go very viral, and a lot of people start posting at it, and if there's more attention to it, you see, it may be very useful. This is a month ago. This person made 18 cents. I know it's not a lot. This is 2 years ago. This is 24 years for 24 days ago. And this 6 months ago, this person made $3. But what I love about it though, it's the fact that you can make value to value, right? I post an article, you find value in it, and then you send me some satoshis, like 3 cents of satoshis today. This may not be a lot, but in the next, let's say, in 5 to 10 years, this may be like a lot of money. So I mean, yeah, it's just like a way that people can, you can stay away from that. Um, this, like the way we do used to do things, by advertisement, compared to this way of posting your article, and you people find value in it. But one of the most important interesting thing, the most interesting thing I wanted to show you guys is this. This is this over here. This a Lightning Explorer over here. I wanted to show you guys. This is basically app exponential uh, exponentiallayers.com. Okay? App that exponentiallayers.com. This is I find it very interesting, especially if you get a Lightning node. This may really help you, show you exactly how many Bitcoin that you know the capacity to the capacity of Bitcoin on the Lightning network, and then you see how many nodes, how many channels. Right? There's a lot of good information over here that can be very very useful. And you can see the nodes, right? You can see a node. I find it very interesting. Um, yeah, check exponentiallayers.com. So those are things that you really have to be really deep into the Bitcoin space to know about. So I try to bring those things to you guys. Um, Next, let's check the mempool. We see over here. I'm still new to this, but very interesting to look at, like look at the blocks, right? So I really love like this website. You can go all the way back to the how many blocks, right? So they are on the Bitcoin network, and track everything, every single transaction, and a Bitcoin Explorer. It's really amazing. So, and also this website as well, I think they also teach you about what is a mempool, what is a mempool explorer, and they teach you about like so many things. So really really amazing. What is a block explorer? What is mining? What are mining pools? Mining pools are groups of miners that combine the computational power in order to increase the probability of finding a new block, which is very confusing because most people think that because of miners get together into the mining pool, and they think that the miners, those mining pools, can get together and then co-op the network, which is really uh, a misunderstanding, a complete misunderstanding of the Bitcoin network, because miners, they can't, by using, it would be very extremely difficult, even if you got 60% of the uh, mining of the total mining capacity of the network, to really co-op the system, because all those miners, some of them are very individual miners, they won't agree with the decision to, to go co-op the network, right? So it's not, the miners are not nodes, right? It's different. This is a node, right? So this is the node. This is what really govern the network, right? So, and they are completely decentralized. The mining pool is really different than the node, right? The miners are working for the nodes, right? So the nodes, make the rules, right? The nodes are rules without rulers, right? Miners are not the rulers, okay? So miners are just following this, like, instruction from the node from day one, right? So this was like very misunderstanding. Even CZ, like the CEO of this exchange, right, is uh is basically, uh, yeah, CEO of this exchange, is has this misunderstanding. I saw him talking the other day about that. He was saying like, the decentralization of the Bitcoin network. Let's look at this as well. But while I'm talking about this, um, you can see the mining pool, mining. Yeah. So, and over here also you can check on the mining pool statistic and all those things. But yeah, just to finish this, I just wanted to just put some clarity into this. Um, yeah. So this is Mempool. Let's move on to the Bitcoin rainbow chart, and you see over here, this is hovering down here in this area, the really dark blue, like, this is basically a fire sale. So by the way, this can go even lower, right, which is like even much more opportunity for real people really understand Bitcoin, right? So people who are DCAing, um so people who are doing this year right now, they're gonna have a really a good time in the future, in the next 2 to 4 years, let's say 5 years. It's gonna be really uninteresting when you look back, see how much you was getting Bitcoin for. So yeah, if you wanna be like one of those people, um, you know, you have to really take time to educate yourself. This is why I'm doing this for free and educating you guys with all the um, website I can a good website I can find and teach you guys about. So yeah, educate yourself, understand why Bitcoin exists, and what it is, and why we respect it for what it is. So yeah, so especially if you're new and you want to learn, right? So you don't want to go to those gurus on YouTube, like try to get you trading, try to get you wrecked, and on those scam altcoins, right? So you want to stick to the core value of this network, which is Bitcoin, that started the whole thing, and the real thing, right? So all the other things are basically noise, distractions. So this is why I teach you guys about the Bitcoin network. Those websites are building on top of Bitcoin. You have all those, you see exponential layers. You see all those websites are building on top of Bitcoin. You see all those apps, right? Call Lightning, Lightning Node, Nextcloud. That's basically helping you storing your pictures, your almost a lot of your basically storage, data storage, um, and you have all those apps building on top of Bitcoin. You have so much more apps building on top of Bitcoin as well. So yeah, guys. Um, And I just and you have basically um, uh, is that app store. You have other apps as well, right? These are apps on top of Bitcoin. You have Agora, sell your files for Bitcoin. You have this is Nextcloud, productivity platform that keeps you in control, and you have where the Lightning node, Lightning, Lightning terminal. You have BTC Pay server, which is basically you have your on your website you can set up this Bitcoin server for to accept Bitcoin, right? And you have Core Lightning. I already said that. So you have all those apps building on top of Bitcoin, right? So because they believe in the strongest foundation, Tallycoin, of course, which is like a really, really, really useful website. So connect Tallycoin with your Umbo node, which is really, really interesting. Like this is like the most interesting thing in this industry. So like very, very good. Like you have Blue Wallet, you have Element Core. So many interesting apps over here. Like yeah, guys, not that's why like going on those altcoins of it is complete waste of time. Right? So you really have to pay more attention. Your focus on what really matters. Um, and the last thing I want to check on, is it really the last thing? But yeah, so I was telling you about how to withdraw your Bitcoin from exchanges. You basically click on withdraw, and you go on withdraw, and then you put your address there. Right? You put the Bitcoin address, and once you set it there, and then you basically, hey, you say so which network, or you choose the network you wanna you wanna put your address, which network. It's Bitcoin network, right? So and then you just set the address there, right? So and then you click on withdraw, and they will let you withdraw, and then once you withdraw, and you're good to go, right? So anyways, this was a basic video for today. I hope you guys enjoy. um well, okay, so sorry guys, I was gonna talk about the difficulty adjustment, and this is basically the difficulty adjustment of the year. So let's go down a bit to show you guys. You have this of the year. It's coming down a bit, depend on like the environment or what's going on. So we may see this go a little bit more down, but I think over a long time it's gonna go up, right? So over a long period of time. And you have uh miners revenue. The miners revenue, of course, is going down because the price is going down, right? So the amount of Bitcoin that's generating, I think it's about around 6 point something that miners are getting. So yeah, so it's gonna go down, of course, but over but if like the miners who survive this will be very very well positioned in the next for the next bull run. And you have the hash rate distribution, and you have the total hash rate that I think it's going up again. So it's start to picking up, right? So yeah, really good. Really, I think like the network is very strong though. Like when you look at the lightning nodes, right? So when you look at how many bitcoins, sitting on the Lightning network, right? You have 4,113 Bitcoin, right? That's a lot of Bitcoin though. So sitting there, it's a lot. So and you have the total nodes, like the nodes are going up, everything is going up. So yeah, everything else, the price is really nice. The price is not real. Yeah, I mean the price, yes, it's real because if you're buying your satoshis now, it's depending on how much fiat you have. The price is real, but I mean it's really noise. Like when you look at it over a long period of time, right? Whatever is happening, they are just noise, because there are so much distractions. The Fed and 10-year yield and all those things, inflation, right? So yeah. Anything else? So yeah. So you have all of this, and you have cost of transaction volume, cost per transaction, um, you have network activity. So yeah, so it's really going to, in my opinion, the network is very healthy. Um, good DCA time, right? So a lot of people are very fearful. That's what I like. I like when people start losing confidence and all those crypto scammers, are dying off. So I know they're gonna go back, but they're gonna come back. But for you guys sticking to the core values, it will be just fine, right? By DCAing, as long as you don't get burned into those altcoins. So that's what I'm here for. Bitcoin for the people, and you have to take the custody of your own Bitcoin, right? So don't leave it on exchanges. I don't care which exchange, right? So don't trust somebody, right? Because you're gonna be the slave, right? You don't wanna be the slave. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day. I will see you again. This was Spy Cover.